Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to everybody. I am Om Ha. I am Om Ha. I am Om Ha. And so it is. I hope all you guys are doing great today. I'm going to get right into these reads. Definitely watch Sam the Illusionist's last video about numbers and the meanings of 1 through 9 and 1111 was very significant. 1128 is on the clock right now, which is justice. And the 28 of the Two of Wands. The read is so much about choosing the path today and the twin flames. That's also my son was due on 11/28. No, I'm sorry, it's October. 11/28 was coming up as something significant. I can't think of what it was. Oh well, if that's significant to you, you can put it in the comments, 11/28. But definitely the truth and justice. There's definitely injustice in the twin flame read today. And the 28 of the choice of path were both very big there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the pictures really quick, and then we're going to get right into the union read and the twin flame read. This is the union read. We have the 4D, the 5D, and the 6D. The left is the feminine, the right's the masculine, the bridge between and between. The incoming feminine, the outgoing divine masculine, the underlying energies, and the closing energies. And then the read in front of you, which is the twin flame read. I will post the plain read without the clarifiers on the tag. So this is my 7-deck read, for those of you not familiar. It's a lot of energy. It is a general reading, so if you want something more specific, my information is below and on my website, twinflames3344.com. And thank you guys for being here with me and sharing your time. I appreciate you so much. Take a deep breath. And if you like the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below if you have something to add. My perspective is so much that we need to share information with each other in order to expand on the information to make it grow. So that's my perspective. Okay. What else came up last night? Nope. Okay. So I watched The Whole 9 Yards last night, which is an old movie, but that may be a message for you today. And also, before I forget, I want to bring up the word grounded, because we talk about being grounded all the time, which can be a huge wound for people, getting grounded, for getting punished. So grounded can mean punished. So you may have a resistance to grounding because it meant punishment to you. So really feel into that, see what comes up for you. Let's see here. So today's the 11th, and the new moon, I think, is 3 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time. And so 15, 17, 19. So yesterday was the 20th, the judgment with the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, which is a turn for the better, we hope. But it's all about divine timing, and they're, major arcana. So between judgment, the 10 and the 20 is very significant energy there, that you really don't have control over what happened yesterday. So today is the 11 of justice, truth and balance, and then going from the judgment into the world, which is completion of the cycle, along with justice. But we have injustice in this read. So let's see what comes up first with the union read, and then we'll get into that. I just wanted to bring up again with Sam the Illusionist video, talking about 1111, talking about that numbers being very significant as the moment of being able to manifest. So whenever you see 1111 on the clock, to picture your best life, okay? And also he was talking about this year's 1111, 11/11/21 as being hugely significant. He also talked about May 26th coming up this month as being significant as well. So check out his video He channels all different sources. He does like a major meditation, for like 45 minutes before he does his channeling. So he's very clear actually. 742, 7 of the Chariot and the 42 of the Two of Cups for this union read of 4D, 5D, 6D read. The Divine Feminine on the left, Divine Masculine on the right. We have the Six of Swords and the underlying energy, the Two of Wands or the Twin Flames right in the center of the read, and then Three of Swords at the end. So here are the messages there. Friendly waters, dolphins swim with Metatron on board, twin flames above the world, and separation when lightning strikes, and the ship hovers with light. Daytime, playtime, nighttime, deep state, search parties before light break. Val Thor was coming up right there, and Area 51. Also the numbers 623, and the time was 7:51, which is Area 51. Twins are lookout towers here, like grid holders, but they're coming up as above the earth, being the lookouts right here. The incoming Divine Feminine is the Two of Pentacles, abundance and shadow. Abundance is the Empress card normally. The shadow is the Devil. We have surrendering to all that is, open to abundance for the incoming Divine Feminine, and the grid and the shadow. Lois Lane and Spidey as well, and the Ninja Turtles all coming up here. 2 of CF came up, which means co-finality, which the definition is the least of cardinalities of the co-final subsets of a partially ordered set. So that subset of a partially ordered set is the co-final or co-final. They also noted where the greatest element is no larger than 1, or the greatest element is 1. But I was getting the pair of finalists. So after transmutation or death and dark night, the shadow work, the masculine and mother gathering their universal forces or energies, the sources of strength. He on land, she on sea, as grid holders while dolphin at play, basically holding their place. So I was getting the energy of Atlas and Hercules, where Hercules gives Atlas a break for a minute. Here it's like the twins giving the dolphins a break, right? Because they're like grid holders for the planet. So like the twins are giving the dolphins a break so they can go to have a break for a bit and do what they need to do. And Metatron's involved with that as well. So we have the 4D here of the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. The Divine Feminine Akashics and the King of Pentacles clearing the case files and Area 51. The Divine Masculine ending pain and or painful end using thought forms, bridging with the the Knight of Cups, surfing the wave, in the green room, rolling with the tide, going with the flow, the turtle saying, go ahead of me, as they wave their arm, I'm taking my time, don't fence me in, as the swordfish eats him up, open wide, swimming a tidal wave in place, and no need to win. All right, so there's no rush to get there at 8:18, which is the dance, the strength, and the manifestation of your dreams, but also 18 of the moon here coming up as we are in the new moon energies today. So actually the turtle came up twice there with the Ninja Turtles, and then again the turtle being slow and saying, go ahead. I'm not in a race to get there. At 19, which is the sun, we have the 5D of the 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. The Divine Feminine in energetic exchange at 0 point, splattering a little fire. The Divine Masculine grieving in the woods, unable to look up at the 2 of Cups, or father and child both crying. Bridging by the twin flames, hovering above the world. In the 6D is the 4 of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, the Queen of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. The Divine Feminine in the Divine Masculine's heart in the Crystal Batcave. The Divine Masculine in her secret garden, willing to make an exchange. He with big crystals and he with 4 big crystals, she with 9 smaller ones, and wise counsel. Bridging with the Queen of Cups in the falls, wine tasting and wallowing in water for the Queen of Cups there in between. So the Divine Feminine here And the Queen of Cups can even reference the feminine energy. So the Divine Feminine here is the King of King of Pentacles. I was just getting Kimmy. Who's Kimmy from? I'm trying to think where that's such a strong feeling. Kimmy. I don't know if that's coming up from the Housewives of Beverly Hills or something else. If something else comes up, I'll let you know, but that could be Kimmy. I don't know I don't watch any TV, so I don't know what's going on with that, but she's coming up right now. The King of Pentacles, or Akashic Records on the Divine Feminine here, an energetic exchange with the Divine Masculine's heart in Color My World at 0 point, back and forth on who will steer the ship, or the steering committee here. The Divine Masculine here, where the worst is over of grieving with girls and gardens, leaving the pond or the pond scum behind for Garden of Eden and prayer. The outgoing Divine Masculine is Gita Ray transition. So literally Gita means a feminine Guido type of person, but this can literally be a name Gita and a name Ray. So that could be a couple as well. So Gita Ray transition, or the feminine Guido with a ray or reason in their transition, the guidance of Buddha and Akashics, Egypt and Atlantis, of the Emperor with his reasons, and transition through portal or letting them go, or guidance of the Emperor to let them go in separation, heartbreak or disappointment, or nowhere to be found after a storm. From dolphin dive to search dive, and twins standing guard as grid holders, surrendering to Buddha Christ, the Empress upright open, the Emperor upright closed, from shadow to the light, all is well with the world. And then we have the Divine Feminine Twin Flame had Taurus and Capricorn on her side, along with the King of Pentacles or Akashic Records, and the Divine Masculine had Taurus, Aries, and Scorpio on his side, along with the Sovereign or Sovereignty on his side. Between the two of them was the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, which actually can reference the Divine Masculine and Feminine, as well as the card for the Twin Flames. So that can literally reference their change into this energy of love. So then we have the SIRIAN Starseed deck Twin Flame read in front of you. At 847, it was cut and dealt. 8 is the dance, and again, the strength, inner and outer strength, as well as the manifestation of your dreams. The 47, again, regarding the dreams. The 7 of Cups, having, some will say it's illusions, but it's really about dreams coming true and seeing your synchronicities and being in your knowing. I completed the read at 9:09, which is a major gate, because it is the 9, which is the culmination. 2 9s is all about endings and compassion and universal selflessness. And again, the collective consciousness as well, and the Hermit. And we have 2 Hermits with 9:09. The major arcana in this read being the Lovers, Transition, which is the Death card, Justice, Alchemy, which is the transition, the Temperance card, and Shadow, of course, is the Devil card. And after the read, the Starseed and Abundance came up, which is the Empress, and the Starseed is the Fool. 4 Wands, 1 Pentacle, and 1 Sword. There were no cups in the main cards of this read. So very focused on Wands here, which is all about passion and activities. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands in the main part of the read. And then before the read was the Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. After the read, the Knight of Swords. So double 4s and double 6s came up as significant here, but they weren't as significant as 23, which is the King of Wands, the 7 of the Chariot, and the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune. So we had 23, 2, 3, 4, shut the door, 44 of the Mastering, Grounding, Integrating, and also boredom and apathy. The 66 of the Queen of Pentacles, who's grounded but not punished. The 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, and 46 of the 6 of Cups, the Children in the Garden. So the 6 of Cups came up reversed in the underlying energy at one point, but they're upright in the rest of the read. I was just getting the name read, someone whose name is Reed. It's funny because my brother had a friend read when we were little, and he's coming up. I don't know why. Synchronicity and patience coming up. I mean, I wouldn't even normally remember that, so it's so strange. But also the read has to do with the stalk of the plant, which came up the other day about when the student's ready, the teacher will come, because if the teacher comes before the student's ready, they may get pummeled. So synchronicity comes up, and patience. On the code line, there were no numbers on the code line here today, and fossa was coming up here. And fossa is a pit, a groove, a cavity, or depression, a long, narrow, shallow depression on an ET body, referencing a planet or the moon. And that can be the man in the moon too, because I've been talking about the man in the moon this week as leaving the moon. And here we have the new moon, so we only have that sliver showing. So the fossa is also a cat-like animal, a nocturnal, reddish-brown Madagascar animal, to flow rapidly, fizz, roar, foam, boundary, foreign, overseas, to appear to be. Easter and Esther come up under fossa, as well as to stay, to remain, and oysters. And the IVI of co-creation for me also came up. So the messages were coming up here as the fossa is sad, right? So, and fossa means depression, so there's a sadness here. Taking the high road of the twin or the one and the tail, the key of the Knight of Pentacles, the loyal humble servant, of their support in co-creation with synchronicities and patience. But sin was coming up separate from chronicity, and then patience was coming up all together there. So so again, also boundaries around what you say, perhaps after a death. And also the cats coming up here, with this being a nocturnal cat, because yesterday all the cats were coming up. The panther, the black jaguar, and then I'm just blanking on the other one with spots. The jaguar and the show. Anyway, you get the cats coming up. So the cat was pouncing yesterday, that in my meditation turned into the black stallion or the dark horse that raced with the human man. They become one, as the man ahead of the horse at the finish line, then finishing with another human without a horse, perfectly willing to share the win. So that's coming up here again with the cat, and very much about manifesting co-creation here, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is about the loyal humble servant, the workhorse, the dark horse, right, the underdog. So we have also the waterfall, something right away, and that could be the experience of a waterfall, saying or writing an essay after death, or this can mean advertisement as well, but taking the high road. The 309 or 309, remember 309 is the space between 309, which is 6, which is funny because in Sam the Illusionist video yesterday talking about the 1 through 9, they couldn't do number 6 because it took too long. They said that they would do that in a separate transmission. So the number 6 is coming up as very significant here. The 3 with the space between 3 and 9 is the 6. So we'll wait to see what comes up with that. And by the way, I couldn't find my little mini deck truth card as I was doing the read today. I mean, usually it's because it's hiding underneath another card somewhere, but it was elusive. I still haven't been able to find it. It's here somewhere. So the truth is being very elusive in the read today. So the waterfall, the energy of right away, the saying with words or writing in an essay or advertising, taking the high road of the one and the tail or the twins, the key of the Knight of Pentacles, the dark horse, and the support needed from the dark horse to appear suddenly, and then the synchronicities coming up with the patience as sin, chronic ingratitude, or chronically sin and patience, which can be addictions and codependence as well. Being too patient with someone who you maybe shouldn't be patient with, you should be more truthful with. But the truth is being elusive here. So the whole 9 yards, and then at 9:30 here was the Hermit and the 30 of the Four of Wands, the union energy, which was definitely coming up as the union energy in the Sam the Illusionist definitions there with Metatron. We have the Ten of Wands upright, and beneath it in the underlying energies was the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Six of Pentacles upright, all three of those upright, and then the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups reversed here. The Divine Masculine's heart with a message to share. With or settling out with or about the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed is jealous or rejected and moody here, a resistance or the burden they carry, frustration and the need for inspiration, juggling, performing to let go of emotional attachments, and the Empress upright and or the High Priestess upright. There can be swelling here as well. Spreading the word or advertising, or the Page of Swords stepping up to the plate, or children being forced to perform, one or two older sisters here, so it can be your older sister or two older women who are sisters, with the weight of the world, or working out, or no longer confused about the program. Being strong, taming the beast, or walking the dog, and frustrated or swollen here. And again, it can be if you have like a swollen ankle and it's hard to walk the pet, that could be coming up. Bleeding out, ending the pain at night, or with Cancer and the Knight of Wands rushing in to take over, or save the day, and that's again like the Atlas and the Hercules energy, or a surgery that didn't work, or someone fell and they can't get up, like the advertisement, or left the gate wide open and the dogs got out. Somebody's up in arms, going out again, or the Knight of, and this could be kids going out again, and a parent's not happy about that. And the Knight of Wands took off out of the gate at night, working to align, defenseless to a jam, depressed and or arrogant, never nearing the end, or just never satisfied with the work, or with self, or a leak in the ceiling again, or without an excuse, or drinking too much, or out until dawn, or out all night, or up all night to get it right at 118, which is the Magician and the Moon. And here we have the new moon. So maybe wanting to get something finished before the new moon today. Past life relationship, and it is safe to love, both came up here. And then uncomfortable energies of continuing to do the avoid dance, caught in the weeds or the woods or with their pants down, burdened with codependent relationship or addiction, or confessing to share. It's like someone wanting to confess so they have something to share with someone. To share with the King of Cups, who's upright here, but lacking faith or perhaps embarrassed by what they hear, or crossed the line. Depression or drinking issues, overeating or not cleaning up after themselves, or the King of Cups likes his pet and dessert better than his partner or fruit. Foolish behavior, or Aries tripped up by a snake, or too divided regarding eating habits, one neat and sloppy and the other vegan versus Sicilian pizza. Physical activities comes up as very significant here with the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles, which is reversed in this read, which is being stubborn, blocked. And then we have self-discipline being also very significant underneath that, which is 41 of self-love and new love. But it's about the self-discipline being loving yourself, self-care, whether it's your eating habits or, living in a healthy environment, no matter what that may be. Post-war, fallen angel, or losing patience or losing temper with the King of Swords reversed, or he's losing his temper. Falling out or negative past with kids acting up or feeling neglected or rejected. Drained, tired, sick, or in need of the sun. Death, dark night, ending or transition and withholding or saving for a new life. The Page of Pentacles with a strange or beautiful bird, very different from themselves. The Page of Pentacles is a good student, researcher, and very studious, and jealous, or Knight of Cups reversed is feeling rejected here. Or the Page of Pentacles saved this pentacle, right? It was really hard for them to save this big pentacle, but they did it to offer to this bird or to buy a bird, and the Knight of Cups may be jealous about this. Or refuse to give the Knight of Cups reversed a loan to give a gift to a girl instead, or a buddy saying she's not worth it because they're jealous at 955, which is the Hermit and the Ace of Swords, the Truth. The Frog or Kermie strutting their stuff with Scorpio upright and Leo reversed after coming together after having had a falling out. So the most underlying energy here is the Justice card upright and the World reversed. So Justice with the cycle almost complete, or Libra upright and Pisces reversed, perhaps not getting along. After this read, we go into the Hermit looking back to shed light on their own discomfort of emotions or being in an uncomfortable place, with the Queen of Swords speaking about avoiding changes, or after sudden events and a big mess to clean up, with the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and that can be the world at large as well, or the legacy. Awakening the Queen of Pentacles reversed here. So the Knight of Cups reversed is coming up as jealous a lot in this read. But they can be jealous, moody, feeling rejected. They can be insincere. They can be the schmoozer that kisses up to everybody just to get attention, but they don't mean it. So there's definitely a burden here. Atlas energies, the heaviness of the responsibilities, charged with inspiring or motivating those who are unhappy with self or never satisfied and doing foolish things or lacking faith, falling on their face or from grace or embarrassing themselves, in need of physical activity. Or the Knight of Wands is a trainer and helping people to feel better about themselves by getting them in shape. The Knight of Cups reversed may be jealous of the Knight of Wands upright because of their prowess or sexual appeal. The recent past is transition upright in a death, end, dark night, or major cycle change, burdened by powers of manifestation or the ability to transform others or do makeovers, or extremely independent, pushing others away or leaving them out, trapped, imprisoned, anxious, and afraid that they're not good enough or not worth enough money. So here there also is coming up right now is the fine line between confidence and ego, right? So it's one thing to be confident, and you certainly don't want to dim your shine for anyone, but if you're being egotistical or arrogant to make other one feel small, that's crossing the line. So that can make someone feel very insignificant or unworthy because you're making them feel like they're less than you. And if you're truly a strong person, you would never do that on purpose to somebody else. So definitely someone here of not feeling good enough or not worthy enough or not worth enough money. For the King of Pentacles reversed, who may be all about the pursuit, making money. That may be all they're concerned about. And the struggle for riches on perhaps two different timelines. With the High Priestess, psychic abilities or a secret burden, responsibilities and dumping a load, along with multiple emotional attachments under the radar, or working hard and manifesting big, but feeling like you're not getting anywhere. Scorpio upright, Gemini, and Virgo and Pisces all upright here. The foundation here is the Seven of Wands reversed, defenseless to the energies or attacks, or without an excuse. Healing, forgiveness of the Page of Cups, a message of love and innocence being ignored, or too busy feeling sorry for self, bored or apathetic to see the love that God is putting right in front of your face. The message of love, or loving child at the workplace, or coming together to create with the wounded warrior who's running out of fight and severely wounded. The central energies is the Lovers reversed, or Gemini reversed, a breakup or lack of affection. After the King of Pentacles reversed, fight, present to being the liar, cheater, or thief, or running away from temptation, the ball and chain, or a Capricorn waving as or alongside of the Queen of Pentacles reversed, post-war, in a breakup with PTSD and looting there. Or Gemini reversed, or an ex has been stealing ideas or spreading virus, and that can be any kind of virus, computer, illness, whatever it is, from a codependent Queen of Pentacles reversed. The challenge being the Knight of Pentacles reversed, with no offer or seen as not loyal, coming together, socializing, celebrating with those left out, injured, hungry, and cold, with no jobs, no homes, or big hospital bills, or just in exile, not accepted as they are. Or an ex that is stubborn and hangs out with needy people, or coming together up all night partying, getting over a breakup or a death here. The Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy, or the world, howling at the moon until the Knight of Wands comes over with rescue efforts. And again, the energy of Hercules coming in to give Atlas a break. And that came up in the union read too, about giving the dolphins a break as the twins. The Page of Pentacles, studying, but they may be too much in their head. Gemini reversed, Cancer and Sagittarius upright, and little Capricorn here at 1027, which is the turn for the better, and the 27 of the Ace of Wands. But they're actually both reversed in this read. So not getting their way, somebody's not getting their wish. And we have Gemini reversed and Libra reversed over it. The jealous rage, the instability at home and no love, the purging, the being pushed to the limit, and longing for their soulmate, the past, or for kids to be home again. Fallen angels are losing patience or their temper to move, visit, or fix up the house, grounding and integrating a choice of path with new information now, or clarity that comes in, and trusting your own knowing. Now is the injustice of divorce or Libra reversed and Taurus reversed, dissatisfied, not happy, or not getting their wish, or misery loves company while tempted by the Holy Grail, holding back true passions with the Hermit holding the light, holding on to the energetic exchange or the arrows of love at a distance, or being moderate in a positive exchange with the one who's not seeing eye to eye with you. So you have the Ace of Swords, and the truth here is being elusive. I couldn't find the mini card here. Hiding, regarding injustice and the harshness of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community, the instability or move of sovereign or independent or independence, yet suffering in silence, or a sister here, lacking faith or afraid they will fall. Not sleeping, no longer being muzzled, the wounded warrior talking about trying to wake them up, but they just wouldn't. So this could be someone who's been trying to wake people up as far as the journey, or someone who literally tried to wake someone up and they wouldn't wake up because they passed away. So obviously that would make them a wounded warrior. And this may have been something that happened a long time ago that they never got over. And it looks like they're telling a friend this. So literally they could have found someone who just wasn't breathing, and that might be someone they didn't even know, or someone close to them. So defenseless to unwanted affections, or the Queen of Wands reversed may be undressing in front of them on purpose, especially if they're not together anymore, or no longer undressing in front of them at all. The King of Wands is upright and the Queen of Cups upright side by side, with uncomfortable energies, ending pain or in a painful ending, or a pain in the ass, or betrayal of the Queen of Swords sharing with Hermit holding the light, taming the beast, or Leo choosing a new path, or being offered a new path while the Hermit was focused on giving to or of the Queen of Swords, who was speaking her truth to them. So we have Aries reversed, Aquarius upright, Gemini, Pisces, or Capricorn reversed as well here. Soon is the King of Wands, Shaman, coming up with an ex who's over it, or the Queen of Wands reversed, jealous, insincere, or feeling rejected, or with the Knight of Cups reversed, who is jealous, and the Emperor reversed, and he could be the one who's jealous, or he's just overwhelmed by a judgment, an announcement, a wake-up call, or music, feeling like a failure, or attention-seeking behavior, the wrong kind of attention, or the Emperor doing so under the radar. Stressed, not sleeping, purging, suffering in silence, or dealing with their sister who may be jealous, or jealousy all around the Emperor reversed. The twin flames are seeing themselves as the Three of Wands, being in the present moment, or being the gift, or with gifts. The Knight of Swords rushing in about injustice, or with Libra in their chart, the world upside down, or almost completed the cycle, with Pisces reversed, or Divine Feminine in 5D, protected by the Dark Knight, death, transition, or Scorpio, who's taking care of their roadblocks for them, with the Knight of Pentacles in the way, reversed. As destiny hits and Libra is upright, is resisting the change, or Scorpio, or resisting Scorpio, or Dark Knight, and they're resisting cleaning up a mess. So 1050 here, my Scorpio sun called at 1050 right there. And that's the 10 of the wheel, and the 50 of the emotional fulfillment of the 10 of cups. But I think that was reversed in this read too. Very soon, healing family issues and romantic feelings. And that was definitely coming up yesterday about healing family issues. Libra, Pisces reversed, and Scorpio upright. And then there's Libra upright and and Scorpio reversed here. So both Libra and Scorpio had upright and reversed on the placement of the Divine Feminine, as well as Pisces reversed. So around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Two of Swords reversed, with new information or clarity, perhaps about the kids, pets, Leo, sun and fun or vacation, and or Leo and exposure. Perhaps there's car issues or roadblocks or Cancer reversed or stuck in a state of emergency. The Ten of Cups, oh, it is upright here. Ten of Cups upright, happy family, ending or an end to an emotional cycle with clarity or public update or public acceptance I was just getting, or called in for an emergency. The block here being the Temperance card reversed, so Alchemy reversed at 11:06, which is Justice and the Lovers, which are both reversed in this read. Being impatient or losing patience or your temper, or not blending after got along so well with magnetism. Patience comes up here, and synchronicity, but even more so love partnership. And remember that synchronicities is coming up as sin and chronicity. So chronicling or chronically saying, I am in gratitude, thank you. But love partnership coming up is most significant here. Conflicted about lovers or being watched in energetic exchange. A big passion with shadow web or Capricorn inspired by awakening. The Queen of Wands reversed is unstable, grounding, integrating, or bored, and choosing a new path with new clarity of codependence or addiction. Embarrassed or lacking faith to offer a partnership with the Empress upright, who may be moving, visiting, or their house needs work. The Knight of Swords passing 5D messages without peace of mind, though, in the end. And we have the King of Cups upright wanting to ease their mind, because he's a very loving, unconditionally loving man. Capricorn upright and reversed, Pisces reversed, Leo upright, Virgo upright, Aries reversed, and Taurus upright here. The Divine Masculine with a message to share, perhaps, or settle out, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups both reversed, and Atlas, the weight, the world, and the burden, the responsibilities, and defenseless to being ganged up on, or unwanted attention, that it's not their fault, or they have no excuse, perhaps because they're saying they don't need one. Present with new information or clarity about transition portal, the death, the end, the breakup or X, and challenged by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, who may be stubborn or refusing to work or studying or even refusing to get out of bed, as the King of Wands Shaman is losing their patience or their temper, but he's upright here, with the injustice of codependent behavior or Capricorn or shadow work, and that can be the ball and chain as well. Scorpio upright and Capricorn and Taurus upright here. Gemini, Sag, Libra, and Aries reversed here. Those are all the majors in the read. Burdened by transition and rejection or jealousy without defense or excuse for breakup, X, or a lack of affection, and challenged by the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Unfair, but being present or with gifts. The King of Wands Shaman with clarity about the fallen angel or losing patience or their temper, with a Capricorn, addictions, shadow web, or spidey sense, lacking faith, not receiving downloads of abundance, or with the Empress moving, visiting, or unstable home, with the Knight of Swords messaging and no peaceful place to go, ending a love relationship without excuse, may be unfair, but present to their gifts as the King of Wands Shaman, with clarity of what isn't resonating and what's detrimental to their energy that's blocking their flow, with the Empress unstable and the Knight of Swords without peace, despite her truth at 11:26, which is Justice and the Page of Wands, who's inspired in this read, actually. So there is some kind of coming to completion here. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards. So let's just go with the energy deck today. I still have some other reads to do. So, oh, I didn't roll the die either. And I forgot to do that with Leo too. Let me do Leo first. This is for Leo. So for Leo, we have the number 3 facing us. We have Jupiter. I'm sorry, Saturn. And then we have Libra here. So for Leo, Leo has Libra and Saturn and the number 3. So coming together. Maybe, Leo, you're coming together with a Libra for responsibilities with Saturn there. Okay, so let's see what for the twin flames today. What do we have for the die? For the twin flames, we have the number 11 after I just talked about 1111, very significant, but also justice, reverse or injustice was coming up today. And then we also have Taurus here, and we have, I think that's Uranus. So that's sudden events. I don't know if there's anything going on with Uranus right now, but Uranus is coming up for you. So for the twin flames, sudden events with Taurus energy and the number 11 of justice. And that could be a sudden separation or divorce, which is coming up with the Lovers reverse there. So that's what's coming up for the twins. Let's see from the energy deck what comes up for you guys. And then we'll get going from there. Okay, so from the energy deck for the twin flames today, what is the message or takeaway? Blossoming abundance with Gaia and the spring. And the 3 is all about coming together and socializing as well. So really, getting into that healing energy. And then we have the 51, and Area 51 came up today, and that's also the King of Swords. King of Swords is reversed in the underlying energies, not in his truth, or lying to himself. That could be energy coming up as well, about his abilities, right? And the need to be abundant and be in nature. And again, it's like the masculine coming into his shamanism here, being more of nature. And holding his heart. 45 is the grieving card, but they're getting over this because the 5 of Cups was reversed in this read. So coming into their mission work as the shaman. And then we have the sun as well. Coming into their sunshine, their full energy, right? Their happiness. And also vacations. And then we have the underlying energy of the path, being on path. And that was definitely upright today. And we have the 12 of the hangman on path. Okay. Underneath that was anxiety, but it's getting past the anxiety of the moon, going into the new moon and getting back on path. Okay, so this is for all the twins, but it's majorly coming up around the divine masculine today, coming into his shaman energy and his strength of the sun. Getting over it, getting over himself, using nature and shamanism and the sun again. So let's see what comes up from the journey of love. At 4228, which is the 2 of Cups and the twins. So 2 2s. And it's 12:10 on the clock right now. So the hanging man and a turn for the better. And from the journey of love, what comes up for the twins today? Okay, we have the burning hero. So again, the 3 for the masculine. So definitely burning hero coming up here. So again, the coming together, the abundance of Gaia, the mother energy, and the mother energy was coming up as the warrior energy. It's like, again, it's about Hercules taking over for Atlas temporarily. So that can reference the feminine. The twins were both coming in as replacing the dolphins, but it can also be the whoever it is replacing the masculine, so he can become his more shaman energy, his mission work. The 29 of the being present to the gifts and the moment, but we also have that kind of olive energy, but also gangrene comes up with this green, the spiral dance of the goddess. But the 3 of Wands was upright. It was very positive energy today. And olive oil is very good for you, right? We talk about the olive trees that grow in the desert that are very potent for you. And there's that, both of these energies are coming up as the same, but because in Sam the Illusionist was talking about the number 3 actually referencing polarity in the 3D actually was falling away. So we see 3 as that lucky energy, and what he was stating was actually something very different because it was all about the 3D. And also he talked about the number 8. And here now those 2 pieces are coming together of the number 8, right? The top is the light and the bottom is the dark. So it's coming up, more the other way, like the masculines on top and the feminines on the bottom. But this can be the feminines, the light, the dark is the feminine on top, and then the dark is on the bottom, which is coming up as the lower chakras here, and then the white, which is all the colors of the rainbow, coming up on top. But along with the healing energy, and this always reminds me of the fallopian tubes getting strangled with this ribbon here. So I don't know if someone's having an ectopic pregnancy or something, but here is the number 8 coming up here regarding the feminine and masculine and the dance of higher manifestation and bridging the polarity, doing the dance. So the burning hero and the spiral goddess of the dance of the goddess. So that's literally talking about the feminine, and this what you'd normally think of as the masculine. So that's what the cards are reading as. So the pearl and the fire, the ovaries and the fallopian tubes. And then it looks like Jesus, like really trying to hold on to the light, but he's being really stretched now. You see that? Really struggling to hold on to the light, because there's another card like this where he's casually standing there holding the light under his arm. And now it's a real struggle to hold on to this light anymore, or to hold on to onto the chaos, right, that's around the vortex, staying in the mix as opposed to being in the vortex. And here's the calmness of the feminine in the ovary and the fallopian tubes coming up of the womb as well. There may be some kind of chokehold here that needs to be released. You know, it's like gangrene. You can only have gangrene for so long because eventually it's going to die, right? Because the energy supply is cut off. So let's see what this says. So number 3 is the burning hero. From the transformative fires of life's tests, you emerge now stronger in self-belief, overcoming self-doubt and fear, and shedding the layers that have held you back from burning as a naked flame of divine love. Can you perceive the coolness fast approaching to soothe your fire-weary soul? Peace is coming to you now, a respite from the fire before you're ready to burn into love again. The intensity of fire exists in relationship to cool serenity, and you are capable of experiencing both. Your inner fire has pushed you forward, and your creative self-expression will manifest into the most beautiful forms. This is assured. You burn bright now, and yet it will be the cooling of your soul embers that replenishes you and inspires you to new creative depths and heights in due time. This oracle brings you a message. From the heart of your labor, sweet success will arise, and you can act now as if that success has already been made manifest. It is only a matter of time before it is so. From that success, new levels of experience and creative manifestation will take place. You are in a powerful creative cycle of intensity and serenity, dancing with each other through your heart like the sweet relationship of night and day. This cycle yields great harvest. Offer yourself in contribution to the greater good, and your harvest will be not only of earthly delight, but of heavenly blessings too. Always feeling your love in every cell of my being, I open my soul, becoming one in your embrace. How rich the moments shared, I savor every one. And even when apart, your love envelops me, with knowing we are complete. Together like a new day, we are born. And then I'm going to read you the other card too, the 29. The spiral dance of the goddess. From a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art, a speck of heavenly presence, manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space, and into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making, as you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing and unknowing. You are weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life. Threading the light through the darkness without even realizing you're doing it, you are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is, yet it is not always an easy path. As the light travails through the darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to be present to it, trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outward eternally, as though you were being inhaled by the divine, filling the cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there were nothing happening, there would be no obstacle. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding, and empower them no more. You shall be. All else is just divine timing. The inner movement, in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. Okay. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. Be good to yourselves, guys, and rise and be loved. Have an amazing day. Bye.